A very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Portia Hetiarachi. Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
Process of destroying more than 765 kilograms of cocaine commenced from Sapugaskanda. Heated debate about the defeat of expenditure heads in Parliament. Final rites of Sri Madhisana occur to be held in Borella today.
Now, in your lead story for this afternoon, the process of destroying more than 765 kilograms of cocaine commenced from Sapugaskanda this morning and is expected to be completed by afternoon in Puttalam. We now cross over to Newsfirst Charlene Benedict, who is at the location. The President's Media Division said the drugs being destroyed are those of which legal proceedings have been completed. The process commenced at a storage facility in Sapugaskanda, where the drugs will be made into a liquid, and thereafter they will be moved to Puttalam, where they will be destroyed completely in an inferno. The process commenced at a storage building in Sapugaskanda, Kalania.
In Gonavela, Kalania, where early this morning the process to destroy 769 kilograms and 464 grams of cocaine that was seized during one haul of drug was made in Orugodavatta in the year 2016. That is 301 kilograms and 235 grams. Also, another stock was seized in Kalania in 2016 on the 9th of November. That was 219 grams and 219 kilograms and 950 grams of heroin, and also the haul that was made in Ratmalana in 2017. Now, just over 769 kilograms of cocaine is currently being destroyed here at this facility. Getting into the details of how this drugs are being destroyed. But before that, one thing that must be noted is the fact that President Maithripala Sirisena graced this occasion earlier this morning. Also, currently at the location are the chief magistrates of Colombo and Mount Lavinia. They are, of course, overseeing this entire process. Also present here at the location are officers of the Police Narcotics Bureau and officials from the National Dangerous Drugs Control Board. Speaking earlier this morning, a media spokesperson of the police, SP Ruan Gunasekar, has said that all of these drugs will be destroyed in an eco-friendly manner, which means there will be no harm to the environment. Just a bit of details to you on the process of how these drugs are being destroyed. Currently, the solid drugs that are here, the solid form of cocaine that is here, is being made into liquid form, and this liquid cocaine will be transported to Puttalam, where it will be incinerated at a cement factory at temperatures between 1,800 and 2,000 degrees Celsius. That's approximately 1/3 of the temperature on the surface of the sun. We will continue to bring you more details on this process of these drugs being destroyed under the initiative launched by President Maithripala Sirisena, titled Matin Thoraratak. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Charlene Benedict. It's back to the studios. Portia.
Thank you, Charlene, for that update. Now, meanwhile, a heated debate took place in Parliament today about the defeated expenditure heads.
Following the defeat of two heads of expenditure, the subject minister and the Prime Minister made a statement saying that they are unable to pay salaries for 550,000 people. It's not fair to take something that happened in Parliament to other places and discuss in a way that give people the wrong idea, because there won't be any issue in paying salaries. An interim budget has been approved till April. So until the budget is passed and a supplementary estimate is presented, there won't be a problem. There's also a separate account in the Treasury to pay for emergency situations. This account can pay the required salaries to the people, so there won't be an issue. Like opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa said, you can hold discussions with the opposition and get the cabinet approval for the supplementary estate. Do not blame the opposition for the decisions we took, because there will not be a crisis in paying salaries.
මේ රටේ කිසිම කෙනෙක්ට පඩි ගෙවීම පිළිබඳ කිසි අර්බුදයක් ඇති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ ඇති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපි පක්ෂ නායක රැස්වීමේදී
This will not be an issue if we stick to the decision we made at the party leaders meeting. The agreement was breached by them. Like on the 26th of October, they stabbed us from the back.
පිටිපස්සේ පිහියෙන් එන්න. ඔක්තෝබර් 26 වෙනිදාගේ පිහියෙන් එන්න.
මේ සතියන්තේ ඇමතිවරයා ලක්ෂ 5මාර.
Before the statement made by the Prime Minister about salaries during the weekend, the Prime Minister made a statement in Parliament that only 320 rupees has been reduced due to the defeat. He made it sound like it won't be a problem.
රුපියල් 320යි අඩු වෙන්නේ ඕනනම් අපි එක දාන්නම් කියලා. බිලියන 2234ක මේ අයවැයකින් රුපියල් 320ක් අඩු වුණාට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ වගේ තමයි තුමා කතා කරන්නේ.
The final rites of late Srimati Dissanayake will be held today. The wife of one of the most prominent political figures in Sri Lanka passed away at a private hospital last Friday. Mrs. Dissanayake is the mother of Minister Naveen Dissanayake, MP Mayantha Dissanayake and Varuni Dissanayake. President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe paid their last respects to the mortal remains of Mrs. Dissanayake yesterday. The funeral of the late Srimati Dissanayake will be held today at the Borella Public Cemetery. UNP MP Vasantha Senanayake attended an event in Valikanda yesterday.
The construction activities of the Sandagalathanna model village in the Valikanda Divisional Secretariat under the Samata 7 housing project commenced under the auspices of parliamentarian Vasantha Senanayake. Following the event, he commented about the defeated expenditure heads in Parliament. If there are no opposition MPs, we think that we will not go for an election. So what a majority of ruling party MPs, including me, do is go home. If our team was strong enough, this wouldn't have happened. The backbench MPs do not work towards defeating the budget. They have made some fair demands. At this point, I am also a backbench MP. But that does not mean that all of us have got together to defeat the government.
A rally organised by Sri Lanka Pultujana Peramuna was held in Valigamba yesterday. MP Bandula Gunawardhan expressed the following views on the country's economy.
Ranil
Wickremesinghe brought his friend from Singapore to sign notes printed in Sri Lanka. Citizens of Sri Lanka purchased goods with notes signed by a Singaporean national. On the 27th of February, the money of the central bank was robbed. From that moment, the entire banking and finance system collapsed. None of the foreign investors will invest in the country. The rupee fell when all investors took the dollars back home. The value of the rupee was destroyed. Now it's 181 rupees against the US dollar. Do you remember a time where the value of the rupee was in such a state? The government that cannot protect the value of the country's currency should resign.
Meanwhile, 7 roads renovated in Polonnaruwa was vested with the public yesterday.
The event was held under the auspices of UNP MP SM Marikar. The roads were renovated at a cost of 10 million rupees. The amount of drugs seized show that these rackets were operated with knowledge and blessings of the ministers in the past. Now that we don't assist the rackets and the underworld, the STF and the police have been able to capture them. These drug rackets were operated with the assistance from the previous government. I can assure you that it is not happening anymore.
A rally organised by the Janatha Vimukta Peramuna was held in Hatton yesterday.
Do you know why estate workers have not been able to win their rights? It is not because of anything else. Aren't the leaders of trade unions from the estates? Doesn't Minister Tondaman own estates? He does. If 1,000 rupees is to be given, they have to pay for it. What about State Minister Suresh? He owns one too. I don't know about Minister Digambaram. Perhaps he also owns one. Most of these MPs own estates. Rishad Badiuddin, Zoisa, Seniviratna, they all own estates. They are the ones I know who own the estates. Half of the ministers in the cabinet own estates. That is why rights of these people cannot be fulfilled. In the past, Minister Tondaman was called Kingmaker. Who is making decisions to establish governments? It's Minister Tondaman. It was the same in 1977, 1994 and 2000. Even though there is a small change, Minister Tondaman has obtained your votes to make kings. What have they done for the estates? They did not develop the estates. Instead, Tondaman, Suresh and Digambaram have made themselves the kings of the estates.
And that's a wrap-up of Lunchtime News. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Portia Hetiarchi. Take care and good day.